How to enter the kingdom of God. The apostles and others were interested in a purely practical question. If the kingdom of God has already come and is within, how does one enter it? Everyone would like to be there. Based on Jesus' answers, entering is not so simple. First, faith is needed, but that seems to be the easiest part. The main thing required is a special state, a constant way of thinking. Here are a couple of examples of the inner state of people who are already in the kingdom of God. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. This is a state of permanent, continuous seeking of God and His Spirit, due to the inadequacy of one's own mind, a complete determination to find the truth. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. This speaks of people who have found the truth and have decided to face conflict with society for the sake of the truth they have found. It also refers to an inner resolve. Jesus does not give an answer on how to become poor in spirit or a recipe for being persecuted for righteousness' sake. He does not explain what being born of the Spirit means. Everything here is individual and beyond ordinary religious rules. However, here are some additional hints on how one can enter the kingdom of God within oneself. For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Have you seen Orthodox Jews spending hours praying in synagogues and zealously observing their holidays and Sabbaths? The zeal and determination of those seeking the kingdom of God must surpass the efforts of rabbis at the Western Wall. Jesus said to His disciples, "Truly I tell you, it is hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven." Jesus' hint is probably clear. To enter the kingdom of God, it is better to stay away from wealth. Or another purely practical recommendation: unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Children are always positive. They do not look down into the abyss of potential evil that we create in our imagination. Children, as a rule, imagine only good, not evil. They trust the universe. They are curious about everything. Everything makes them happy. Therefore, children are trusting. Adults and experienced people often trust no one, right? Is this not the secret to entering the kingdom of God? Finally, another hint from Jesus. Not everyone who says to me, "Lord, Lord," will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father in heaven. This raises the reasonable question: what is the will of God? The most likely answer is God's assignment for a particular person, in their unique situation, in their state at the present moment. This is a matter of personal relationship between a person and God. Summing up reflections on this topic, all of Jesus' hints on how to enter the kingdom of God for sincere seekers include two things, besides the necessary faith: trust in God and determination. It seems that these are the very efforts that take the kingdom of God by force. At the same time, Jesus said, "With man it is impossible to be saved, but with God all things are possible." Entering the kingdom of God within depends not only on our efforts. Ultimately, God Himself brings a person into His presence in response to their state described above. Perhaps this is similar to a test. If a person seems reliable and proven in deeds to God, they receive free access to the kingdom of God, already during life on earth.